Hello, Aries. Let me make sure my phone is off. I've been doing things in between readings, so I apologize. How are you guys doing today? Welcome. We are doing a reading for the 26th of July to the 1st of August. Now today is the 23rd. It is full moon. Happy full moon day to you guys. If you haven't seen the full moon video I did live this morning, please go ahead and watch that. I'm going to try to put the link down below so you can see that. But definitely it is going to be worth it because it's not only a lot about the full moon, it's really more about what's happening with the planets at the end of the month. And you'll see definitely a lot of interesting things happen. So go ahead and watch that, or at least watch part of it. We had a lot of interaction from people that were live and talking and chatting, definitely. So very interesting reading. Also about this full moon in Aquarius, we're having another full moon in Aquarius next month. So these energies are going to be playing more next month. But a lot of planets changing signs. So a lot of energies. The only other thing is I have a new oracle deck today. So I love the energies. I just want to keep shuffling them. I love the sound of them. They're really light. They're really airy. There's a lot of good energy in these. This is the Divines card that I'm going to be pulling these from. I've still got to learn the deck a little bit better. So I'm only going to pull one oracle from this. And then we're going to go to the other oracle for the current energies and the future energies. I'm going to pull that bottom one because that's what fell first. All right, so we have the Divines card. Oh my gosh, these are beautiful cards. I just love these cards. I just love these cards. Okay, we're going to not pull that because I don't know if that was me or if that was those energies. So definitely, okay, so this will be a really, really good reading. Oh, this is interesting. Very interesting. All right, so let's get started. Boy, that card has really been showing up. The number 2 has really been showing up. Partnerships have been really showing up lately. Definitely some coming togethers of things. So this new oracle that I'm talking and raving about is the Oracle of the 7 Energies. This is Colette Baron-Reid. You'll see me use a lot of her stuff, but I would have to say out of all the decks that I have of her is definitely this energy of this one. So if you're a reader, definitely pull this deck. You'll get a lot of really good energies. Oops, I need to read this. So this is definitely the land between. Reminds me of Pandora and the Flights of Passage in Disney because of the way that they've got this. But the land in between. It's almost like a bridge, right? So the number 4 definitely is about stability. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? I just love it. And it's about stability. It's about growing balance. It's about growing, maybe a bridge in between that is more balanced. Let's find out what she has to say about this one. Oh, it's the number 40. Sorry. I'm doing numerology. I'll do that. I'll look up at 4 and it's like, that's not what this card says. Why am I off on my numbers? Crazy me. Anyway. All right. So the land in between. So you're in a process of change, which is huge with the planets, definitely going on with the planets and the moon right now, right? So you know that you were called to. Let me start this over. You know that you were called to it and can no longer be who you were. That's the old self. We were talking about the planets. But you aren't sure what the next experience in your life will be. You are in between and what was and what could be. And in a pupal stage, this, like during the metamorphosis of the caterpillar and the butterfly, however, you can't just skip the messy parts. You have to endure the unknown and uncomfortable as you reinvent yourself. The thing is, you're not quite there yet. You have one foot in the past, even if you're ready to shed the version of yourself and become something new, you must start redefining who you are of your question. What do you believe is possible? And this is also, so that is what's going on there. All right. So whatever is going on is a push me, pull me. But the problem is the pull is to the past. We need to release that. We need to go forward. We need to take that past, put it in some old luggage, throw it in the ocean and let it go bye-bye while we get some new luggage to our future. Divine's using luggage a lot this week. I don't know why. So that is the Divine's card to you. You're in a push me, pull me situation. Divine is trying to push you forward. You're trying to pull yourself back. Where are you? Are you on the fence? Are you allowing that to go forward? For your current energies, that is the number 4. That's where you're going to get stable by moving forward. But you also have the number 5 in partnerships. Okay. That is bringing something together. So if you're in a partnership, or maybe you're on the fence about going forward with somebody or someone in whatever manner, it could be business, it could be school, it could be an investment, it could be a love relationship, it could be dating to love, it could be dating. Love is a choice. So whatever you want to choose to do. The partnership is new, or it's unstable. It's sort of like a novice in the beginning. You're just like not sure if you're headed that direction. All right. So then we have the Lady of the Lake for our future energies, which would probably be in August, which I'm going to say, because this is about self-respect, responsibility, courage, to be that self-respect, to have that self-respect, and also too, to have the absolute truth and to walk in it. It takes courage to walk in absolute truth. I'm telling you right now, it's not easy. But you have enough self-respect to do it, because it brings a different type of responsibility when you walk in spirit or you walk in the world. Very different. Very different. Hey, Angel, welcome, welcome. So this is also the number 8, guys. This is about your progress. Remember, this is about the progress of decision making in between. So what is it that you're sitting on the fence about? What are you stuck on? What are you trying to decide on? What are you trying to make happen to go forward? All right. What is it that you're trying to do? I can't answer that. Only you and Divine can answer that. But it definitely is going to change your world. I can't make that up. I can't make that up. You're going to have to wait until the very end. Sorry. Because that's something that's separate from what we're talking about. All right. So definitely wait. All right. So let's get started with the reading. Ooh, that popped. It's about time to change. A major change coming. Definitely a major change. But this major change is right now, before the end of the month, is a little clouded, because again, we're sitting on the fence. We're not quite sure which way we go or which way we turn. So definitely want to make sure that you look at yourself and your old self versus your new self. Your new self is more light, more guided, more towards divine, guided towards that way, right? But definitely, if you're going to be pulled back to the old self, then we end up really sort of falling short. Okay, it's that Saturn-Uranus energy that's going on right now. All right. But this is definitely about something that's coming forward in a partnership of some type, or bringing two people together for a reason. Doesn't mean love. It could be. But this is also about your absolute truth and having the courage to walk in that. Definitely have the courage to walk in that. Okay, Aries, let's see what's going on. You guys like to jump into things right away and then back out. That's not what we want to do for this next month. We want to be able to make a clear, factual decision, right? We want to make sure that it's not based on our feelings and emotions, okay? When we do that, and that's what the planets are talking about too, feelings and emotions. We want to stay in control of our feelings and emotions. Definitely want to do that. You've got some offerings coming here. This is a very interesting read so far. So we start out with your Tower, and then we go to the 6 of Swords. This could be travel. This could be something of travel, which is wanted, kind of a travel, because we have the Ace of Wands next. And that Ace of Wands is something that is in communication. It is something new. This is something that could be bringing somebody forward to something new, and they're a little bit nervous, a little bit scared. It's an excitement. It's a good excitement, but it's a little bit of scary excitement because it's on the fence. So if this travel could be travel of all kinds across town. It could be travel that I'm moving. It could be travel that I am going to travel for fun. It could be travel for work. I don't see any pentacles in here, so I really don't think it's for work. You could have been asked to travel with someone, and so maybe that nervousness comes definitely from that, because in the center of your reading, we have the Hangman. So the Hangman is about being insightful, paying attention to not only what you can see, but also what the divine is trying to share with you. The supernatural, the universe, that kind of a thing is what it's trying to share with you. The whole picture. You have to sort of step back and look at the whole picture, because there is an opportunity for something and you do not want to lose focus. Okay, you don't want to lose focus on it. And this is where that future energy is, to talk about the absolute truth. You've got to pay attention to the absolute truth so that you know which way to go. You want to keep moving forward. That old energy begins to die off a little bit, excuse me, and then that new energy begins to take off. It's sort of like an airplane, you know, when it lands, it's got to take off, and at some point it's going to take off. You want it to completely take off. And you have the Two of Cups, which is a partnership. Again, it is bringing two people together for a purpose. This is a purpose of whatever it is for you. I don't see pentacles here. I don't think it is work, but it could be a friendship. It could be a partnership. It could be a new partnership, a new friendship. But it is going to change things. It is really going to change things, because we have the Tower. It is going to change things, and it's changing things for the better to keep moving forward, because this is where you're trying to decide if you're going to leave that old self and the old ways of thinking and the old processing and all that kind of stuff that doesn't work anymore. You're going to bring it forward into the future, which you're not going to bring the old. You're going to bring the new into the future. You know, it's like my business. I had to restructure and rechange my business because times change, industries change, economy changes. You know, I don't think there's a tax store in sight, probably until we go down the highway some, because they all closed up. It doesn't work because the internet came in. The internet, now there's online stores. I have an online store. You got all kinds of online stores. Nobody walks into a real store anymore. It's sad. It's really sad, because it was a lot of fun to have a tax store, that kind of a thing. But your challenge card for somebody is definitely the Hierophant. Okay. The reason why I say it's a challenge is because somebody doesn't believe in making a spiritual decision or allowing divine to come in to help them make a spiritual decision. Okay. It's somebody that doesn't believe in that second dimension. Somebody is almost like an atheist kind of a thing, where you just like, you know what? I make my own world. I am, make that happen. Definitely. That is me making it happen, when it's not, has nothing to do with supernatural or anything like that. That's your challenge, because if that's you, then you're going to really have a hard time to make all this happen so that life changes in a positive direction, because it doesn't start with you or end with you. Unfortunately, it just doesn't. And this is about taking responsibility and self-respect and absolute truth, because absolute truth is divine truth. It's not earth truth. It's very different. That's your future energy, right? And that's the progress. And it's uncomfortable for somebody because it's brand new. It is brand new. Oh my gosh. Definitely changing. Tower twice. You got to listen to things when they come up in 2s and 3s and 4s. This is going to change somebody's life and perspective, and it's going to come in fairly fast. So it's going to happen very fast. So you're like, wow, this is too fast. This is too good to be true. No, it's not. If the divine's in it, nope. Divine can work faster than you can say boo. And you're like, wow, my head's just spinning, kind of a thing. All right, let's see what else divine has to say about this partnership. There's going to be somebody or something that's going to try to distract you off of this, because you've got something good coming your way. Again, this has to do with either moving or changing. It could be somebody moving to you also. It doesn't mean that this is you. This could be somebody moving to you. So say you're in a relationship and it's like, it's a long distance. Well, I'm going to move to where you're at, kind of a thing. Again, it is a good unity. It is definitely something that the divine is bringing together. However, somebody doesn't believe that. They believe in coincidences. Coincidences don't happen. It's all the way that we look at life and the mindset works. You're either working from a earthly mindset or you're working from a divine mindset. Could be a divine intervention, definitely. But it is here to change. Definitely to change. And change you to that new person. Not change you to that old person. You're not going backwards. You're going forwards. If you're going backwards, then you're in the wrong realm. You're in the first dimensional realm. You're not in the second, third, fourth, fifth dimension at all. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming quick. So we have the Knight of Swords, and it's coming at that. So they're both coming in quick. It is definitely a message of coming in fairly quick. All right. So let's see. I would like to get some clarification on this, the Hangman, please. So the insightfulness, what it might lead to, what is it that that they really should be focusing in on, paying attention to with this Hangman. Oops. This deck is really hard to, I love it. And I tell my daughter I love it, but it's so hard to shuffle. Wow. Okay, so we're getting clarification on the Hangman. Hey, Abigail. Welcome, welcome. Well, what you're missing is we need to move from old self to new self. Okay, Divine's card is definitely about you're in the middle on the fence, kind of, you know, you want to go, but you really don't want to go and you don't know which way to go, that kind of a thing. It's also about partnership, something coming together, definitely. Okay, we got the number 2 again. We got that. So definitely moving forward somewhere. We got 2 towers, big changes, and it's coming in fast, and possibly could be somebody traveling to you or you're traveling to them. Okay, so far. Otherwise, go back and watch the rest of it. So I'm getting clarification on the Hangman to what they should be paying attention to, where the insightfulness is. King of Wands, Hierophant, and the 7 of Cups. Again, 2 Hierophants. This is a spiritual connection. This is a spiritual move. This is something that the divine is in the middle of. So again, we got 2 towers. We've got travel. We've got a new beginning. We've got an opportunity. Now, this is you to step forward into that opportunity, or it's to go back to the old ways and say, I'm too afraid. I don't want to do it. I'm just going to hang out here in the center, or I'm going to go backwards, kind of a thing. With the King of Wands, definitely authority, just like with the Ace. We've got the Ace. It's all about authority of communication, but it is also something newness coming, communicated to you. There might be a message coming to you. This might come, I think, in the first part of August. And then we have the 7 of Cups. Again, for the second time. You've got lots of doubles here, guys. There's opportunity coming. You've got to be open enough to want to walk through it. And the only way that you're going to do that is learn a spiritual lesson by walking through the door and see what's going on. All right. Huge, 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 huge. I don't know if this is love or not. I just know that there's a partnership of some type coming in. Definitely. And there's definitely travel in relation to it. I hear that somebody is actually been offered a trip or a travel with somebody, you know, that I would get some really, like, a lot of details on. If it is somebody for traveling, definitely, you know, the best way to know somebody is to travel with them or like take a road trip with them, because then you can see, you know, all their hot spots. If they get angry when their cars, you know, road rage and all that kind of stuff, you can have long conversations. You can really get to know somebody on a road trip. But the other thing too is, you know, the accommodations, those need to be actually figured out ahead of time, because one person's perspective is not another person's perspective. So if you ask me to go on a trip, I'm going to go, but I want my own room. When their perspective might be, I'm going to ask you to go on a trip and we're going to share that room. Got to get that perspective out ahead, because again, the expectations might be completely different if it's a travel arrangement, you know. Got to be really, really careful with that. Definitely. Hierophant is not about bringing destruction or confusion. He's about bringing love and integrity, morals, values. Get what I'm saying? Not this stuff right away. The devil loves that, or the low vibrations love that. I'm on a first date and we're going to just go hook up. He loves that, because you just created a soul tie that you have no idea what you just did. Oh, Lord. Anyway, okay, I'm going to do love and relationships here real quick. And then you guys are going to be my last reading. Hopefully I'll get to do another reading tonight. These days are just crazy. Just crazy. It's just like I can't seem to get anything done. Okay, so the Fire Prince, optimism and aggression. Ooh, a little bit fiery here. It's also the number 4. So very Aries energy. Definitely very Aries energy. Being optimistic, but being assertive, not so much aggressive, I guess, is what I would be thinking. But there is, and this is, thank you. So the energy that it's saying is, if this is a relationship, be really wary of one that is just coming full force. It's like, I'll give you a hypothetical, because I had this happen twice to me, and they were both Aries, to believe it or not. So the person would call, hi, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. Then the next thing I know, they're calling me, you know, 2-3 times a day. Then they're calling me 5 times a day, and they're calling for months like this. So I'm like, okay, is this going somewhere or not? But then when I ask them, you know, what sign are you? They're like Aries. I'm like, oh, okay, this is going to drop off. And they both did. Because Aries will get going so hard, so fast, they'll just get their heart into it and go, 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 go. But then they get bored real quick and it drops off. And sort of this is the aggressive, excited Aries energy that wants to come in like a knight on a shining armor. But then they're like, you know what? This isn't really what I wanted. Love is a choice, people. Love is a choice. When you spend that much energy and investment and time into something, it is something in that person that chooses not to love or move forward. Okay, so this is, the optimism is great. The aggression is great at first, but when it comes in so hard, it can't last. It's like you going full force. It just can't last. You poop out. You poop out. There's no way that you can keep that same amount of energy. That's like a racehorse or a marathon runner. They don't pull it all out first. Those jockeys hold that horse back because they know if they let the horse out all the way, that it's going to poop out and they're not going to be able to win the race. Same with the marathon runner. They're not going to give it all out at first. They're just going to take it in stride. This is Aries. This is like all out die. So be careful if you're dating. Hey, hang 'em. Yeah. Yeah, but flirting can be very harmful. You know, it's nice, but it's also a low vibrational energy. Just, you know, anyway, it is a low vibrational energy. The reason why is you're setting up somebody's expectation for a falsehood. So, yeah. You know, flirting, yeah. It may seem innocent, but it's not. So definitely, so for somebody, definitely this Aries energy, time for healing. So like these two hypotheticals, they were very broken. I could see that they were very broken. They were all out about, calling 2, 3, 4 times a day, sometimes just twice a day or whatever, but it was nonstop every day, every day, every day, every day. But as I talked to them and as a coach, a life coach, I could see where their hole was missing. They were in the middle of this. They needed to get rid of that old self and allow that new self to come through, but they were sort of on the fence and they didn't know how to fix that, heal that brokenness in them. So when somebody comes really hard out of the chute, you question, okay, what is it that they're missing? If you get them to slow down a little bit and they're like antsy and they can't do that, then there's something missing. So the healing does need to happen. And you just say, slow the horse down a little bit, slow the cart, slow the train down a little bit, and see what happens with this person, because then you'll find out the absolute truth. This is a future energy. This is a responsibility. This is a responsibility you need to take for yourself as well, to pull and hold that horse back just a little bit. Especially if you're female, hold that horse back a little bit, because then you're going to really see the true what's coming out. And if you want to continue forward with that, everybody is broken, but it's how much brokenness you want to work with. So some people are very, very broken and a lot of baggage. And then, some of them might have one little carry on and you're like, oh, I can deal with that. It's not a problem. It's all about choice. But this is about the number 4, about growing something more stable, something more long-term, more marathon, and keep going. This is not as something that thank you. So they're saying dating with intention. What is your intention to date? Do you intention to date for a booty call? Do you intention to date to find a husband or a wife? Do your intention is just to be friends? What is your intention? And that is something that needs to be shared or known right out of the chute. I've got guys that were very honest. I'm just looking for a booty call. Well, good. See ya. Have fun. Not me. Some guys would say, well, I'm looking for a long-term or a wife. And I'm like, okay, well, where are you at? Long distance doesn't work. There's too much space in between, too much time. Relationships are meant to be in person, face to face, not just if you get somebody texting all the time, get rid of them. Just say, you know what? I need to hear your voice. I need to see some FaceTime. I need some of that. If we're long distance for a little bit, maybe you're, a city away or 2 cities away, but you need to see them and you need to be able to set up a date to go and be with them physically in person. There's a huge difference, and I won't go into coaching, but the thing is that take your time with this. Don't just rush into it. All right? Because you've got 2 towers here. You've got 2 hierophants here. And you've got 2 opportunities here. You've got double numbers here. You've got double trouble. 3 of them. You got 3 7s, 3 5s, and 3 10, 15, 16, 3. Oh, no, you got 4 7s. You got 4 7s. These are numbers to be paid attention to. There is potential and ambition in definitely this partnership. Where did it go? Gosh, where did it go? In this partnership. And somebody's on the fence. So you've got a lot to really think about this week and where you want to go. And the last thing I'm going to share is that love is a choice. Getting to know somebody is a choice. You either choose to do it or you don't. You're not halfway on the fence. You choose to get to know somebody or you don't. You don't sit there and flirt with them and waste their time. Okay? Flirting wastes time if there's no intention to move forward. You don't want to waste your time. Time is too precious. Time is the most precious commodity on this earth. And it's very short. Very short. Spend it with the people that you really want to spend it with. All right? Whew, big reading, guys. Long reading. Sorry. But definitely Aries energy all over this place. So be really insightful. Really, this is your center card here. Be really especially with the energies of the planets and everything going on at the end of this month, really set back, put your arm's length, just like the Virgo energy in Saturn, Uranus, and Leos, and Mercury, and everything that is going to put your arm. Yeah, well, now you do, now you know. So if you continue to do it, that's your bad. But you know what? It's just respecting somebody's time. Yes, it's cute and fine, but if you're just stringing somebody on, then that's not healthy, and that's not lifting up. That's just like, hey, you're really pretty. Oh wow, you really got, you got it going on, but hey, just sharing, whatever. Anyway, just yeah, but keep at arm's length. Really pay attention to the whole picture, what's going on, and what are the intentions of this whole picture. And this is where you're going to make your decision. If you reach out and listen to your intuition and divine, he will give you your decision about this forward movement. And if you're planning to travel, your accommodations, get them in. I don't know who that's for, but somebody's accommodations. One person's thinking, hey, I'm going to get some and I'm going to be able to stay with them. Or two, the other person's thinking, oh, well, I'm going to get my own room. And oh, no, that's not what they want. But also, too, this could possibly change very well for you, because we're in the innovative and we're into the forward movement. So really pay attention. I'd go back and read this or go back and watch this, because there is a ton, and there is duplicate numbers, and you got 4 sevens in there. This is about your new potential, your new ambition. All right. Whew. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. I hope that you would like, smash, only for YouTube, because the more that YouTube sees my likes, apparently the more that they put Pat's little videos out there. Whatever. I don't know a lot about YouTube, but also too, don't forget to subscribe and hit the button and bring somebody, share with somebody and bring somebody. And, if you've already watched this and you're going to watch it again, I am going to put the link down there for the full moon. And by the way, for those of you that didn't watch and it isn't posted yet, the full moon is called a buck moon. And you'll have to go watch that to see why it's called the buck moon, because it's in the description. All right. Hey, you guys, thank you. Hangam, Abigail, and Anjal, thank you all for popping in. I love it when you guys pop in and say hello. And Hangam, you know what? We're all in a learning process. We all are learning. So that's what we're here for, right? All right. If we're not here to learn and we think we know it all, I think we would be, gone, completely gone. But we're all here, so we're all still learning. All right. Take care, guys. We will see you next week on the 2nd. And be live. I am not going on vacation. I will be gone for a week again, but that's not until my birthday in September. So I will talk to you later and see you then. You're very, very welcome. You have a wonderful, wonderful day too, or evening, wherever you are at. All right. Love you guys. Be careful. And don't just jump in with all feet. Think about it first. Walk in love and truth. Thank you.